I wonder who's going to be the narrator in this part. Chris? No, I don't think that's how it works. Makes you not feel. Makes you numb. Yeah, turns out. It's a cool thing, but I'm like wondering if there are certain things that I'm like missing in the opening, like hints for each person. But no, it just seems like words mostly. And I can't read them. Also, I looked up who Lazarus is. I should have done this before. It's totally fake. Yeah, okay. Who could do this? So someone's working with him. Interesting. Popcorn. Wizard.
彼が整形して別人になりすましているなら、こんなことする必要はないはず。
So he still looks the same.
やつは元のままの顔でまだ生きてる。
Unless he's going to change it, you know, after this.
昔、彼はスキナーと共同研究をしてたんだ。何か手がかりがつかめるかもしれん。
Okay.
なんでお前と組まなきゃなんねえの？
こっちのセリフだ。俺はまだお前を認めてないからな。マジかよ。
What's that exactly?
家主は行方不明なんだよ。
いやでも先払いで契約してるんで。
知るか。じゃあ誰も
Really? That was your disguise?
わかりました。じゃあ請求書そっちに回しますんで。
Really? Okay. Show&tell, hi guys, I'm Judy and today I'm going to be watching Lazarus Season 1 Episode 3. Let's get into this episode. Check out my Patreon for full reactions. Subscribe. Let's go.
しばらく前に退職して住所も連絡先も不明だ。
So you also disappeared?
ホームレスになったという噂もあって。
それなら俺にも心当たりがあるぜ。
私は何も隠してないけど。
じゃあここに来る前は何してました？
世界を股にかけるシークレットエージェント。
またまた。
Really? I can't believe it worked and they let you in because you threatened to have them pay.
前の刑務所にいたやつがこの辺のホームレスを仕切ってんだって。何？ビビってんの？
そんなことはない。
ひどいよ。行こうぜ。
This is interesting. I want them to become better. I mean, I don't know if friends, but, you know, start liking each other possibly. Or something. In secret. You're actually cleaning? I guess you have to. After all that.
失礼。ジェリーという男を知らないか？
兄ちゃんよ。そいつは何も見えちゃいないぜ。
Why did that guy look like Skinner to me?
地味ですよね。ハプナじゃないですね。
もしかしてハプナの特効薬だったりして。
I really doubt it.
なわけないか。
ジル、あんたのすぐ後ろにいるぜ。
うっそ、アクセル？え？久しぶり。嬉しい。
Is she trans?
なんだ女になったのかジェリー。そう。
Okay, interesting. That guy, the blind guy, looked like Skinner to me.
ある男に言われた。黒人に大成した科学者はいない。ノーベル賞を目指したところで、お前たちには無理だってね。俺はそいつを殴った。
And that's why you were kicked out? Oh, shit. Okay. And this is the future, right? I don't know how far in the future, but maybe just an alternate world. The blind guy. Go back to the blind guy. Fine. Probably, I don't know. Yeah.
好きなは外から見れば立派な人間に見えるだろう。でも彼は研究に没頭すると周りが見えなくなる。
The research for a Hapna or something else?
人間にとっては迷惑な男だったよ。
Okay.
私はもう正直嫉妬したよ。奴にだけは負けたくない。なんとか結果を出したい。その挙句に研究結果を捏造した。
Oh man, okay. Was
話が盛り上がってな。
baklava.
確か中東のお菓子だったが。
ああ、スキナーがビリンダばあさんの焼いたバクラバは世界一だ。イスタンブールにいるとか言ってたな。今も生きてるかどうかわからんが。
Are we going to Istanbul? Possibly? Yeah, maybe that's a hint. Go, Axel.
ああやってどこにでもすっと入り込んじゃうの。ゲームショーだろうとどこだろうね。
Yeah, but he always leaves?
と消えちまうんだ。
Yeah, exactly.
まったく不思議な男だよ。
I wonder about him.
じゃあな、ジル。またおいで、アクセル。待ってるからね。
Sweetie? Where'd they... Okay. I guess they were trying to make it, like, feminine. Or something.
イスタンブールまでハイパーキューブで6時間ほどです。
それしかなさそうね。
We are going to Istanbul. Okay, right now. 6 hours. From the USA, though, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, things are just worse in the future.
つうかお前、なんだその服。
帰って目立ってますかね。
Very much. Maybe you need maybe you need to hide your blonde hair.
こうやって偉そうに歩いてりゃ、向こうからやってくんだろ
簡単に足跡
Kind of the opposite of blending in.
僕たち決して怪しいもんじゃ。
う。めちゃめちゃ怪しいけどな。
こういう時は
逃げるぞ。
ちょっと。
Go, Axel. Get up, though.
王子様はどこですか？
Oh my god. Dude. What the fuck? Oh my god, Leland.
イスタンブール組は
Great, they're doing great. Everyone goes to eat her baklava.
これはあんたらの分だ。
So they just,
あの子たちも根は悪い子じゃないんだ。
yeah, they were about to cut off his hand, but
こちら
okay.
こそシークレットエージェントなんです。
ジェームス・ボンド？
まあ、そんなようなもんです。
へえ。
ちょっと。
最近はそういうのどんどん告知していくスタイルなんで。
じゃあ殺しのライセンスとか持ってんのかい？
もちろんです。
あの子はちっちゃい頃両親を亡くしてね。その後私が親代わりに育てたんだ。
どんな子でした？
I mean, so he wasn't white either, I
優
guess.
しくて泣き虫の普通の
And he
子だ。
became the next Einstein.
なんかこの花見覚え
ああ、それはあの子が持ってきてくれたんだ。
Where'd you see it?
珍しいチューリップでどこで油売ってんの？
They're investigating, you guys.
なんかこれから大勢の人間を殺そうとするような人には見えないですね。
Maybe it's all fake and it's not really going to kill you. You're just saying it.
あいつはどっかで見てるはずだ。多分ビリンダに何かあった時のために。
スキナーが僕らを見てる。
The flower? I don't know.
よう、好きな。見てんのか？俺がもうすぐ捕まえてやるから首洗って待っとけ。
Who? That's the other hacker? Okay, girl. She's very invested in this. Okay, this was fun. I like, you know, I like them pairing up like in different formations, I guess, so we can, you know, see like different sides of them each time a little bit. Yeah, so Doug and Axel did kind of a little bit learn about each other, or at least not really. We learned about Doug, mostly about the fact that he, you know, why he was kicked out of the academy, possibly why he was, I guess, like, maybe that was what he was alluding to when he told Leland that it was like a minor infraction or something like that, that he was here because of, you know, so maybe that's what he meant. And that kind of sucks, especially as like Skinner himself, see, I don't know who his parents are actually, but if he came from Istanbul, or at least his grandmother lives there, or maybe she's not really his grandmother and she just took him in, I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't seem, it's not like white then. Also, could be just, you know, this dude kind of, like this dean, just saying that because that's what he believes. I mean, whatever. So yeah, he totally deserved that punch, I guess, but too bad that Doug had to bear the consequences and that was it, you know. Also kind of sad for his professor who hit bottom like that, because he, like, I mean, right, he faked results, so not good. But yeah, it was an interesting insight as well to know that Skinner was like very obsessed and hard to work with, and you know, like he's hailed from the outside, or at least he was, as like this genius that people looked up to. But like when you knew him like from up close, you had to work with him, he wasn't that pleasant. Like his work was everything, was all of his life, which I get. Like a lot of times you hear those stories, you know, of people who are like geniuses or like, you know, famous, and everybody looks up to them to some degree or another, and their personal lives, you know, are, I don't know, not that great actually, or like, you know, people in their personal life don't see them that way. So okay, and then we have this, you know, Jill saying this like, yeah, Axel, he's like, he makes himself at home, anywhere he, you know, anywhere he wants, but then he just vanishes, and he's a very mysterious dude, and I'm like, okay, yeah, thank you. So yeah, I'm very curious to know. I mean, even Jill, who seems to be kind of close to him, I guess, as far as that goes, doesn't know anything about him, it seems. Or at least she wasn't saying. Like, why... Like, the most, I guess, prominent question is, why did he end up in prison? And everything else, like, we don't know anything about him. We don't know much about anyone else either, but, you know, but he's... Yeah. I'm like curious about everyone, but the fact that we were told he's mysterious is interesting, especially as he's like, you know, this easygoing looking guy, and we see it, that he kind of like makes friends with anyone supposedly, and yet no one really knows anything about him, it seems. So that's interesting. Nothing real about him at the very least. So. I mean, all of them definitely have interesting backgrounds. It's also really interesting that the opening, you know, the intro to each episode, it has nothing to do with the episode. I mean, like, we had an opening narrated by Doug, we had an opening narrated by Leland, I'm pretty sure, and we had an opening narrated by Chris, I think, here. And it's not like it showed, like, they're just kind of talking about, you know, about the drug, or what they think about the drug, and, you know, something about, you know, what the drug did in their lives. But it's not like we really know, like, it's not like it's directly related to what happens in the episode itself. So it's interesting. It's like you have to like keep hold of all these clues, and hopefully they all kind of like eventually will find enough information to know, you know, to know more about them. And we have, I need to remember this, that we have I mean, the Chris took this pill that she found at Skinner's house. She just pocketed it. It doesn't seem like she told anyone. Leland knows that she did, but I don't know if he thinks about it. So I wonder, and I mean, in the intro, that's what made me think about it. In the intro, she said, why do we have to suffer? That's why I was interested in Hapna. And I mean, I didn't believe that anything would cure heartbreak or anything. Like, it seems like she would maybe be willing to try a drug that she doesn't even know. I don't know, or unless she's gonna give it to someone to, you know, analyze. I don't know. But we never heard anything about it. She just put it in her pocket and that's it. So I'm sure that will be relevant at some point. And then the guy, I wanted to check the blind guy. I'm telling you, it was so weird. Like, okay, sure. Maybe he's not Skinner. Like, maybe it's actually very weird that he would be. But it was so strange. It was just this guy. I'm telling you. Look, he looks exactly like Skinner. I don't know. I'm losing it. That's one of my theories. Let's just say, like, you know, if it does end up being Skinner somehow or something, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I thought about it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going crazy. And then we had the whole Istanbul part. And the fact that, you know, Skinner was, I mean, okay, he's looking out for his grandmother because he realized that people who were looking for him would probably go there. But what would he do, though? Like, if he saw... If someone heard his grandmother. I mean, I guess it was this hacker, maybe they could do something. I don't know. Right away. Like, to prevent anything from happening. I don't know. Anyway, interesting. It's interesting to know that Skinner's out there, like, watching them, too. Or at least watching, I guess, the places where he knows they might be led to in the search for him. You know, so it almost feels like he's just like, you know, waiting. I mean, he is. That's what he said, that he's waiting for them to find him. But like, that he's just like, you know, he knows exactly every step that they're going to take, you know, and it's just like, he's just like, yeah, it's crazy. Like, I wonder if he's going to try to make it harder for people. If like people are on the trail and they're like starting to like get closer, if he's going to try to like actually stop them, or if he's just, you know, they already set everything up the way that he wants it, and he's just like waiting if anyone is going to figure it out, and you know, and that's it. I don't know. And also could be that that he is faking the whole thing, you know? He's just telling you, like, he made this drug. Nobody really knows how to analyze it. He's telling you, like, okay, in 30 days you're gonna die. Do you know if it's... I mean, of course you have to act. Of course you have to take him on his word, I guess. And do whatever you can. But it could be... I mean, if the point is to make people do something, or search the world, or I don't know, something, then he's getting them to do it either way. Like, maybe the drug doesn't even do anything, and he was just faking it. But you can't take the risk anyway. And yeah, I really like Leland. He's so cute. I'm really curious about everyone. Like Elaina for sure. Chris, Doug. I think like at this point, the most I know about is Doug. Because I mean, okay, we found out like this little bit of information about him. Otherwise, though, I don't know anything about anyone, and I'm just very curious to find out more. And I mean, they're like, I feel like they're dynamic, like, you know, being established. So I'm really liking it. It's just fun. It's just fun to hang around them and see them do shit. Especially Axel, I guess. Getting them to do, like, Axel always does something. Like, he's not the guy who's going to just sit, you know, like for instance, like Doug and Chris, who were just like made to sit in headquarters, I guess, and just wait to see what happens. I don't feel like Axel would ever do that, but I don't know. I mean, okay, I don't really know. It just feels like he's so, you know, he has so much energy, and he's so resourceful too. I mean, we know that, but like, he's also, you know, the fact that he immediately figured out that Skinner was watching them and everything. There's something very, like you want to make use of him. you know, I'm definitely seeing more and more why he's such an asset, obviously. And yeah, I'm just curious to know more about everyone. Okay. I hope you guys enjoy this reaction. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Special thanks to my top Patreons: Running Tear, Andy Plays All Night, Terranor, Michael Gabriel, and Shadow's Moon. And to the rest of my amazing Patreons, who without their support, I would never be able to keep on doing this. Thank you so much.